Hello everybody, welcome to another game in the Demos Dozen. This is opening day game starting with the National League. Already finished the 3 American League games. National League game now takes us to Petco Park in San Diego as the St. Louis Cardinals take on the San Diego Padres. So in just a moment I'll get everything set up and we'll be ready for the starting lineups, rosters, and first pitch in just a moment. Okay. There are your starting lineups for the Cardinals and the Padres. It'll be Carlos Martinez on the mound for the Cardinals against lefty Clayton Richard. Both teams again have 12 position players, the 8 in the starting lineup and 4 on the bench, and they all have 13 in the bullpen, including their starters who aren't starting today, the starting pitchers in the rotation. Ballpark effects for singles, it is 1-6 for both righties and lefties. For home runs, lefties get a 1-5 and righties get a 1-8. That is the Petco Park ballpark effect. So now I'm trying to yet another different setup. I'm going to try to see if I can get both the pitcher card and the batter card vertical, because I was thinking before when I had it like this you might not be able to see it as well. So I decided to try it this way and see how it goes, as well as showing the score sheet. So hopefully this all encompasses what would be good to see. So I've got the starting pitcher card right here, batting card right here, score sheet right here, and hopefully things will go smoothly. Alright, so leading things off will be Dexter Fowler. And one of the things I noticed on Dexter Fowler's card, I always thought he was a pretty good center fielder with decent range, but I noticed that Strat this year gave him a 4. Which kind of surprised me, but I didn't check the numbers, so obviously his analytics support that. But just in my mind, I'm thinking Dexter Fowler is one of these guys that covers a lot of ground, but apparently in 2017 he did not. So he's a switch hitter batting right against Clayton Richard, the lefty, and we're underway from Petco. And we get a 4-7, so Richard against a right-hander is a walk, so it's a leadoff walk. Not something you want to do to start the ball game. It is a leadoff walk to Dexter Fowler. And Fowler, he's not a very good stealer either. You would think he had more speed than that, but he has to have a 7 to get a jump. So, you know what? We're going to try it. See if he can get the jump. If he doesn't, oh well. It's an 11, he did not get the jump, so no chance to steal there. So we'll move on to the number 2 hitter, Matt Carpenter, first baseman. He'll be in there. We'll roll the D20. Make sure nothing's happening. It's not. Now, lefty on lefty, it's a 6-5, and a 6-5 is a strikeout. So Clayton Richard got him. And there he is. He just fell down, kind of a symbolic of his at-bat there as he strikes out. That'll bring up Tommy Pham, the left fielder. He's the number 3 hitter in the order. Richard checking the D20. Nothing happening. Tommy Pham, 3-9 against the lefty. 3-9 is a strikeout. So Clayton Richard, after the walk, has come back and struck out the next 2. And now he has to deal with former Padre Jed Jerko, the cleanup hitter and third baseman. Jerko, nothing on the D20. That is a 5-7 against a right-hander. And that's a single 1-7 and a grounder to third, 8 through 20. That's a 3, so it's a single. It's only 1 star, so no worries about Fowler trying to go to third. He's limited to second based on the 1 star. So he will stop at second. There's 2 on, 2 outs for the right fielder, Randall Grichuk. Oh, it's a 2, so now we've got a chance of a possible balk or a pass ball. It's a 4, so we're checking the pass ball rating for Hedges, but he's got a 0 on his pass ball rating, so we skip all that. Go straight to the Grichuk at bat. 3-5 against a lefty. That's a ballpark diamond shot, but home runs for a right-hander. 1-8. It's a 17, so he's going to fly to left. And after all that, the Cardinals come away empty. Nothing doing. So we go to the bottom of the first. And Carlos Martinez is the pitcher. Now I realize some of his bottom parts of his 12 or whatever are covered up. So if he rolls a 12, then we'll go ahead and move that around a little bit. But right now I'm going to go with what we have. So Manuel Margot, center fielder, is going to lead off for the Pods against Carlos Martinez. That's a 110, and a 110 is a single to left field. So leadoff single for Manuel Margot. And that's going to bring up number 2 hitter, Eric Ibar. Now we'll check Margot. Margot he runs at a 16, but his steal rating's a 4 through 6 to get a jump. We're going to try it. So if he gets a 4 through 6, he will get the jump. It's an 8, so he does not get the jump. So we ignore that, go straight to Ibar. 5-6. Ibar is a switch hitter batting left. Martinez is a strikeout on the 5-6. 1 away. Brings up first baseman Will Myers, number 3 hitter. Roll the D20. Nothing happening. Will Myers, a 5-8 against Martinez, is a strikeout. So back-to-back Ks after that leadoff single. And that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, right fielder Hunter Renfroe. See what he can do. Hunter Renfroe. We'll roll the D20. Nothing happening. Renfroe, 1-8. 1-8 is a strikeout. So Martinez comes back and strikes out the side. And after 1 inning of play, we are scoreless here at Petco. So Clayton Richard back on the bump. And for the Cardinals, leading off will be the catcher, Yadier Molina. Yadier Molina, the number 6 hitter in the order. We'll start things off against Clayton Richard. 1-5 against a lefty is a ground ball to third. Handled over there by Spangenberg, 1 away. Brings up the shortstop, Paul DeJong, number 7 hitter. Oops, this one fell behind. It's a 6-4 against a right-hander for Clayton Richard. 6-4 is a fly ball center field X. And that is Margot. He's a 2E4. 15, he'll get in front of it, and that's a 10. So we know there's no errors on a 10 for the outfielders. So that's a good play. That's something Espo brought to my attention a while back, is for some reason when you roll a 10, there's not an error unless, I think there's a spot on the pitcher card where it might be an error on the pitcher check, but not on the outfielders. And just to do a double check on that, a discount double check, Margot is a 4, and there is no 10. I'm looking at the outfielders, and there are no 10s at all, so that is absolutely correct by Espo. All right, here's Colton Wong, second baseman, 8 hitter, number 8 hitter. 6-7, and this is a lefty on lefty. 6-7 is a single. So how about that? Colton Wong gets himself a base hit, and that will allow the pitcher, Carlos Martinez, to bat and kind of clear his way out of the lineup. And of course, he has his own pitcher hitting card as a mainstay pitcher. So roll the D20. And there's a 1, so chance of a wild pitch for Clayton Richard. He's a wild pitch rating of 7. It's an 18, so no wild pitch. Go straight to Martinez. It's a 1-7 against a lefty, and he will strike out. So that's going to end the top of the second. Nothing doing for the Cardinals. We go to the bottom of the second. Corey Spangenberg is up, and he'll be facing Carlos Martinez. It's a 2-4 for Spangenberg. That's a ballpark single check. And for lefties and righties, it's 1-6 at Petco. And it is a 6 right on the button. It is a 6, so it's a base hit for Spangenberg. He will lead off with a single. Brings up second baseman Carlos Asuaje. Asuaje steps to the plate. We'll check the D20. Nothing happening. That's a 1-11 for Asuaje, and he's going to hit a ground ball to first base. Hey, that's a 3-6-3 double play. So maybe should have had a bunt, hit and run, or something going on, but early in the game they just were playing it straight up, and they got a straight up double play. So now there's 2 outs for catcher Austin Hedges. It's a 4-10. Martinez against a right-hander. 4-10's a catcher X. That is good old Yadier Molina. He's a 2E1. That's a 7, and that is a 10 again. So again, no errors on 10s. No errors on 10s, and that's a good play because a 7, 2 and a 7, he will make that play. So let's see, was it a foul out or a ground out? Catcher 2-7 is a P, it's a pop out. So it's a pop out to Molina to end the inning. One catcher pops out to the other. 2 innings in the book. Oh, it's a bad looking 0 there. Looks like 8 for one number there, doesn't it? What are you gonna do? It's an early Sunday morning before church, so trying to get this done. Still drinking my coffee, so if you hear something in between rolls, it's just me slurping coffee. I'll try to minimize that. All right, here's Clayton Richard back on the bump facing Dexter Fowler. He walked his first time up. 6-6 against a switch hitter batting right. 6-6 is going to be a single. So Dexter Fowler with a single, and again he's going to try to get the jump. He couldn't get it last time, but get a 7, he'll get his jump. It's a 6, he just missed it, so no jump. No jump, so Matt Carpenter will step to the plate. Still scoreless here in the top of the 3rd. Lefty on lefty, Carpenter 3-3. It's going to be a ground ball first base C, so that's sort of like a bunt. Kind of acted the same. Runner will advance. 1 down for Tommy Pham, the left fielder. He struck out his first time to the plate. Check the D20 for Fowler, nothing going on. 3-7 for Pham against a left-hander is a ground ball shortstop A. So runner will have to hold. We're out number 2. And that'll bring up Jed Jerko. He singled his first time up. I believe it was a ballpark effect, if I'm not mistaken. Whoa, D20. Nothing happening on the D20. It was a 19. 1-7 for Jerko against the lefty. And that's a fly to center. Inning is over. So we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Bottom of the 3rd for the Padres. And they will lead off with Jabari Blash, the number 8 hitter. He'll be followed by the pitcher Richard, and then Manuel Margot. Numbers 8, 9, and 1 in the lineup. Here's Blash, righty against righty, 4-5. 4-5 is a strikeout, so Carlos Martinez puts Blash away. Brings up Clayton Richard. He's not a very good hitter either. His card's loaded with strikeouts. 1-5, and of course he found his own card, and he finds a strikeout. Interestingly, he's got 3 hit by pitches on his batter card in column 1 here. Very, very interesting there. But in this one, it's a strikeout. So out number 2. So 5 strikeouts in 9 batters for Carlos Martinez. And we're back to the top of the order for Manuel Margot. That's a 5-8 against Martinez. That's another strikeout. So strike out the side and give Martinez 6 strikeouts in 3 innings. Pretty impressive. So down go the Padres here in the 3rd. We go to the 4th. And it'll be Randall Grichuk in the batter's box to face Clayton Richard. That's a 3-4 against the lefty, and that's a fly ball to right field. Handled by Renfroe. 1 away for Yadier Molina. Whoa. Let's bring this back over here. 6-5. Clayton Richard against a right-hander. 6-5 is a grounder to short. Out number 2. Brings up Paul. Oops, dropped the card. Dropped Mr. DeYoung. So we'll put Mr. Paul DeYoung right here. Flew to center his first time. 4-7 against a righty. This time he's going to walk. So Clayton Richard gives up a 2-out walk. DeYoung, not a base-stealing threat. He's not going anywhere. Brings up Colton Wong. Nothing on the 7. On the D20 with a 7. 1-6 for Wong is a single with 2 stars. So 2-out rally going here by the Cardinals. Puts runners at the corners. But now you have the pitcher, Carlos Martinez, stepping to the plate. So if nothing else, they cleared his spot in the lineup. But he actually, against lefties especially, his column 2 is loaded. See what he can do against Richard. It's off Richard's card. 5-7. That's still a good chance for a single. A 1-7. And the Cardinals are on the board. 8-20. It's a grounder to third. It's a 12, so Spangenberg made the play. And the Cardinals threaten in the fourth, but come away empty. Nothing doing. We go to the bottom of the fourth. And we are at Eric Ibar to lead things off for the Padres against Carlos Martinez. See if we can keep the strikeout pitch rolling. It's a 4-9 against Ibar, who's a switch hitter batting left. 4-9's a fly to left. One away. And that will bring up Will Myers. Will Myers, one of the many strikeout victims, his first time up. It's a 4-6 against a righty, and that's a 1-8 double. 9-20 is a fly ball to right. It's a 3, so it's a double for Will Myers. So the first substantial threat by the Padres is a 1-out double. And that brings up Hunter Renfroe. So the Padres see if they can't be the first to crack the scoreboard. And that's a 1, so chance of a wild pitch. And Carlos Martinez has a 9 wild pitch rating. It's a 17, so there's no wild pitch. Renfroe 6-6 is a strikeout. So yet again, another strikeout. Strikeout number 7. Strikeout number 7 for Carlos Martinez. And here comes Spangenberg. He's going to need to be the one to do it for the Padres this inning. Whoops, let's roll the D20 where I can keep it straight. Nothing there. That's a 1-3 for Spangenberg, and that's a 1-10 single. 11-20, he will line to Wong at second. It's a 3, so it's a single, but it's only 1 star. So that's going to put runners at the corners with 2 outs, and it's still going to require a base hit by Carlos Asuaje to get the run home. So that 1 star really didn't help him a whole lot. It's a 7, nothing going on. Here's Asuaje, 3-7, ground ball to second. That's going to end the inning. So the Padres threaten but come away empty. And after 4 complete, we are still scoreless. So we go to the 5th here at Petco. Clayton Richard and Carlos Martinez both have 6 as their point of weakness inning. So they're still good to go for a couple more innings. And we're going to have, top of the order, Dexter Fowler. So Dexter Fowler will lead things off. He's walked and singled, so been on base twice but couldn't get the jump either time. 2-2 against a lefty is a split chance. 1-3 is a single. Anything else, he will line it to the shortstop, Ibar. Let's see if I can't roll this on the score sheet for a change. There we go. 19. It's a liner to Ibar. I think what I'm doing is I'm rolling it around where my camera is, and I'm trying to keep it from going back here, so I kind of overcompensate over this way. So hopefully I will that will improve as the game wears on. So 1 away. Here's Carpenter. It's a 2-8. Clayton Richards a lefty. Carpenter 2-8 against a lefty is a 1-8 single. 9-20. He will line it to Asuaje. That's an 8, so it's a base hit for Carpenter, right on the last number. So just snuck it by Asuaje. 1 on, 1 out. Carpenter, not really a base stealing threat. Roll the D20, nothing happening. Pham, 6-7 against a right-hander for Clayton Richard, and Pham found the sweet spot. 1-14 is a double, 15-20 is a single. It's 2 stars, so it's going to be second and third or first and third, depending on what this is. And it's a double, so it's second and third with 1 out. The biggest threat so far of the game now for the Padres, for the Cardinals. Padres going to have to bring the infield in. They know what kind of stuff Martinez is throwing, and they don't want to take a chance. They're going to try to cut that run off. There's a 1 on the D20, so Richard, wild pitch 7. If it's a 7 or less, he'll wild pitch a run in. It's a 13, so no wild pitch. Infield is in, though. 1-3 for Jerko. Ground ball, look at this. Ground ball, third base A plus injury. So the ground ball to third is going to hold the runners. Jerko was out 5-3, and he's also got an injury check because I am playing injuries in this league. So Jerko, we'll see what kind of injury total he has. We'll go to the super advanced injury chart. We'll roll a D20. And that's an 8. And 8 says it's injury 1. So injury 1. Injury 1. Let's see what it says here. Where's my injury thing here? Alright, that's where I'm a little bit... Alright, injury 1. So he's going to be injured for the rest of this game for sure, and probably for the next game as well. Yeah, number indicates the number of games the player is injured in addition to the remainder of the game. So Jerko is going to have to be lifted for this game, and he's also going to miss game 2 of the series. So the Cardinals will need a new third baseman, or they can move Carpenter to third and bring in a new first baseman. There's lots of options there. So they're going to go to Aledmez Diaz. I think I pronounced that right. He's going to take over at third base. So we're going to write in Diaz is the new third baseman. And he's a 4E16. So not quite as good a defender as Jerko. So now second and third, 2 outs. They can bring the infield back to normal. And it's Grichuk stepping to the plate. Let me just make sure by default that infield in was correct. 1, yeah, batter holds. Yeah, I'm going by what's on the back of the instruction booklet. Ground ball A, runners at second and third, infield in. It's a 1 and says batter out, runners hold. So, all right, here's Grichuk. D20 has nothing. 1-4 for Grichuk, and that's a fly to right. That's going to end the inning. And Clayton Richard, once again, pitches out of a big jam, gets out of it unscathed. And we go to the bottom of the 5th, still scoreless. So Martinez back on the hill, and he'll be facing catcher Austin Hedges, followed by Blash and Richard. So bottom portion of the Padre order. 2-8 against a right-hander. Oh, Austin Hedges found a good spot. 1-14 is a double. 15-20 is a single. That's a 15, so it's a single for Austin Hedges. I'll bring up Jabari Blash. Jabari Blash steps to the plate. Check the D20. Nothing happening. Blash. 2-8 against a right-hander is a strikeout. So 1 away. And Clayton Richard, he's going to bunt. Even though there's already 1 out, he's such a poor hitter, they at least want to get the runner in scoring position. So we're going to the super advanced bunt chart. And we're going to roll all 3 dice. Reading the red, it's a 9. And he's a bunt A, they're expecting it, so he's a bunt B. And a bunt B on a 9 is a good sacrifice. The white die is a 3. So it says here that went to the catcher. So Molina fielded that bunt. So we'll call it a 2-4 on the bunt. Just to try to sound official, even though I'm not trying to be official. So there's 2 away, but now Hedges is at second for Manuel Margot. Margot 1 for 2, a single and a strikeout. 5-6 against Martinez is another strikeout. So Martinez definitely has the strikeout ball working today. After 5 complete, we are still scoreless. And now we're going to the top of the 6th, where the point of weakness innings will now begin to kick in. Clayton Richard will be facing Yadier Molina to lead things off. That's a 1-8 against the lefty, is a fly to center for Molina. 1 away. Brings up Paul DeJong, shortstop. Paul DeJong. That is a 1-7 for DeJong, and a 1-7 for DeJong. Unfortunately for him, against a lefty, it's a strikeout. So 2 down. And that's going to bring up Colton Wong. Colton Wong. 5-9 against a lefty for Richard is a strikeout. So Clayton Richard breezes through the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Still no score. Carlos Martinez back on the bump. Will be facing Eric Ibar. Got to face the numbers 2, 3, and 4 hitters. And Eric Ibar is the first one to start it. 2-8. 2-8 against a right-hander is a ground ball to first. So Carpenter makes the play, 1 away. Brings up Will Myers, first baseman. He had to double his last time up, but they got him to third but couldn't get him in. So we'll see if he can do anything this time. 2-9 for Myers is another strikeout. So Martinez racking up the strikeouts. Brings up Hunter Renfroe, right fielder. Renfroe 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. Looking to make contact, 6-3, and he just might have done it. It's a ballpark home run chance. It's not going to be to 14 because we're in Petco. It's going to be 1-8. So 1-8, diamond shot, 1-8 for Hunter Renfroe. It's a 1, so Hunter Renfroe has broken the ice with a solo shot off of Carlos Martinez, and the Padres lead it 1-0. Hunter Renfroe with the ballpark diamond shot blast. And here's Spangenberg. It's a 1-8, and that's a fly to left to end the inning, but the Padres break through with a run on the Renfroe homer, and after 6 complete, it is San Diego 1 and St. Louis 0. Richard did not have any marks against him on his point of weakness, so he's still good to go. Carlos Martinez is the leadoff batter, and you know what? He's still pitching very well, so they're going to let him swing away here to start the 7th. He's a pretty good hitter. 1-4, but not this time. He's going to ground to the pitcher. So 1 away as Martinez is retired. Brings up Dexter Fowler, top of the order. That's a 5-12. 5-12, and that's a ground ball first base X for Richard. And that's going to be the first baseman, Will Myers. He's a 3-E9. It's a 17, so he's going to get to that. Now we'll check the error on the E9. So a first baseman error. He is a 9, and the roll is a 7. 9 and a 7, that's a 1 base error right there. So Will Myers couldn't corral it. So Dexter Fowler will reach on the E3. Will Myers with an error. Dexter Fowler is going to once again, he hasn't had success getting this jump, but he's going to keep trying. 6 is not a jump, he needed a 7. So here's Carpenter with 1 out and a runner at first base. That's a 1, so we got a chance for a wild pitch for Richard. That's a 9 though, so it's outside the range of the 7. So Carpenter swinging away, 4-9 against a lefty. And it's another sweet spot. 1-8 is a triple, 9-20 is a single. So 1-8, and we got a tie ball game. It's an 18, it's a single with 2 stars. So Carpenter, his second hit, that will move Fowler to third base. Runners at the corners with 1 out for Tommy Pham. And now the Padre bullpen is getting active out there, as Richards got 2 knocks against him in his point of weakness attempt. Roll the D20, nothing happening. Here's Tommy Pham. It's a 4-9 against a right-hander. And again, oh, he found the sweet spot once again. And he does have end power. So 1-13 is a 3-run homer. 14-20 is a triple. It's a 9, so it's a 3-run blast for Tommy Pham. And all of a sudden, and that was an unearned run for Fowler to score, but it was earned for the other 2. But that's going to do it for Richard. He just all of a sudden just lost it here in the 7th. His team gave him the lead, but he just could not stand prosperity. So he is out of there. And they're going to go to relief pitcher Craig Stammen. So Richard is gone. And Stammen is in. So we'll let Stammen get his warm-up tosses. And Clayton Richard will take the rest of the day off. All right, so first batter to be faced is the new third baseman Diaz. He came in with the injury to Jerko. 5-8 against Stammen. Ground ball second base X. That is a Suaje. He's a 3-E6. That's a 4. So we'll see if he can reach that. 3-4. He does make the play. That's an 11. So an 11 and an E6. There is no 11, so it's a good play for a Suaje. And that's 2 down. Bring up Randall Grichuk. the right fielder. Cardinals now hold a 3-1 lead here in the top of the 7th, thanks to that 3-run homer by Tommy Pham. 2-9, 2-9 for Grichuk against a righty is a strikeout, and that's going to end the inning. But 3 runs come across, and I need to make a note here as well. Forgot to do it last time. That Jerko injured, miss game 2. All right, I'll make that little note for myself so I can remember to not use him in any form or fashion next game. All right, Carlos Martinez now has gotten some rejuvenation with that run support. 3-1 lead. He's going to be facing Carlos Asuaje to start the bottom of the 7th. Asuaje, 5-8. Lefty against Martinez, yet another strikeout. So Martinez is just on a roll with these strikeouts. Here's Austin Hedges. To 3-8 for Hedges is another strikeout. So Martinez going out with a bang here, apparently, because this might be his last inning. Here's Blash, 3-4, 1-9 is a single. 10-20 is a grounder to second. That is a single for Blash. So Blash will single, and that'll bring up the pitcher spot. Stammen, he will be called back, obviously. So we're going to get a pinch hitter for the Padres, and they'll look to their bench, see who they have available, and they're going to come up with Yangevis Solarte, switch hitter. So Solarte is the new pitcher for the Padres. I'm sorry, the batter for the Padres, and Kirby Yates is going to take over in the bullpen, or for the Padres in the 8th inning. So we got a couple of changes here. Yates is going to take over. Well, actually Stammen, so let's write him in first. Didn't do that. Yates is the new pitcher, and the pinch hitter for, I didn't put Richard's name in here either, did I? All right, so the pinch hitter is Solarte. All right, so Solarte is going to pinch hit. Roll D20, nothing happening. Here's Solarte, switch hitter batting left. It's a 3-10, and it's a foul out to Molina to end the 7th inning. So that's going to do it for the Padres there. They come away empty-handed. Kirby Yates will now be the new Padre pitcher. As we start the 8th inning, and he'll be facing Yadier Molina. So Molina, and Martinez is set to bat 4th this inning, so he's going to be pinch hit for almost guaranteed. And they're going to go to their bullpen. They're going to go to Matt Bowman. So Matt Bowman, actually no, take that back. They're going to go to Trevor Rosenthal. So Trevor Rosenthal is loosening in the bullpen. Rosenthal will be the new Cardinal pitcher when the time comes. Right now it's Yadier Molina facing Kirby Yates. So Stammen went 2/3 of an inning and 6 1/3 for Richard. So I'll do the totals later, but I just want to get their innings straight. All right, Molina against Yates, 4-11. 4-11's a fly ball left field X. That's Splash. He's a 4E8. I'm sorry, 4E18. It's a 14, so he should make the play, but the error part is the one that's of concern. As an E18, pretty high up there, E18. So we'll check his prowess here. A 4 and a 14 is a fly ball caught, or at least gotten to. 11 and a E18. E18, there's an 11. It's a two-base error. Two-base error on Jabari Blash. So E7, second error by the Padres in this game. Not how Kirby Yates was looking to start the inning. He thought he had an easy out. Didn't happen. Here's DeJong. Nothing on the D20. 1-7 against a righty is a fly ball center field B. Now the question is, can Molina get to third base? It's a question mark. So we're going to add 2. Whoops, where'd it go? 1-7. Fly ball center field B. So We're going to add 2. The center fielder's arm, Margot, is a -1. So Molina's run rating is an 8. -1's a 7. We add 2 to it, it's a 9. So if it's a 1 to 9, he makes it. 10 to 19, he'll stay. 20, he's out. It's a 4. He actually did make it to third base. So good play, good base running there by Molina. Gets him to third base with 1 out. And now the Padres will have to bring the infield in for Kolten Wong. 17, nothing happening there. 5-6 for Kolten Wong is a in-home run chance right there, right on the card, in-home run. And Wong against righties, though, has weak power. So, no home run, but it will be a base hit, and that will score Molina. Unearned run, and the Cardinals now take a 4-1 lead. And now we'll get a pinch hitter for Carlos Martinez as his day is done, with Rosenthal coming in right behind him. So we will have a pinch hitter, and let's see who that's going to be. They're going to go to Stephen Piscotty. So Stephen Piscotty is going to pinch hit for Martinez with a runner at first and 1 out here in the 8th. Yates will check the D20. It's a 13, nothing happening there. 4-6, righty on righty is a strikeout. So pinch hit strikeout by Piscotty. Out number 2. And that's going to take us back to the top of the order for Dexter Fowler. So Dexter Fowler is up. 17, nothing on the D20. 6-3 is a strikeout. So that's going to end the 8th inning. An unearned run by the Cardinals. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. It is a 4-1 Cardinals lead, and Trevor Rosenthal, the new pitcher for the Cardinals. And he will start out facing the top of the order, Manuel Margot. And Margot is 1 for 2, single and 2 strikeouts. Manuel Margot, 4-12 against Trevor Rosenthal. 4-12 is a ground ball pitcher X. He is a 3 and an E0. So as long as we don't have any range problems, then he will be okay. Roll the D20 for that range check. It's an 8 and 8. And check his range. That's a 3 pitcher. 3 and an 8 is a good play, so no worries there. Rosenthal makes the play because he has an E0. So Margot is out. Here is Eric Ibar. Ibar 6-11. 6-11 for Rosenthal, gets a lefty. It's a fly ball right field X. Right fielder is Grichuk. He's a 3-E5. And that's a 1. That's going to drop in for a probably extra bases. He's a 3 and a 1. It's a double. And a 10 on the D6s mean no error, but it is going to be a double for Ibar, as he got it in there around Grichuk. So he's on second base with 1 out for Will Myers. That's a 2 on the D20, so we're checking either a wild pitch, either a balk or a pass ball. It's a pass ball check, and pass ball Molina has a 2 on his pass ball rating. It's a 3. He just escaped the pass ball. So back to Will Myers. 5-8 on Rosenthal is a strikeout. So 2 down. Brings up Hunter Renfroe, and he had the home run his last time up for the only Padre run. If he does it again, we'll have a really close ball game. Nothing on the D20. Renfroe, 4-5 is a strikeout. So that's going to end the frame there. We go to the 9th. And it's Cardinals leading 4-1. And we have a new pitcher for the Padres with Carpenter coming up, the lefty. They're going to go to a lefty of their own in the bullpen. And it's going to be Jose Torres, the lefty. So Jose Torres will come in and pitch here in the top of the 9th. Brandon Maurer, a righty, is loosening in case Torres runs into issues. And O is loosening in the Cardinal bullpen. As long as it stays a save situation, he will be coming in the ninth. Right now, Matt Carpenter, lefty on lefty, facing Torres. Start the ninth. 4-1 Cardinals. 3-9. 3-9 against a lefty is a strikeout for Carpenter. So that's one away. Brings up Tommy Pham. He had that big 3-run shot his last time up. It's a 1-6, and that's against a lefty. A 1-6 is a single. So Tommy Pham, a triple short of the cycle. He's 3 for 5, single, double, and a homer. He's been a pain in the butt to the Padres in this game. Brings up Diaz, the new third baseman. Remember, Jerko was injured. Nothing on the D20. 6-6 against a right-hander is a walk. So Torres may need relief, as now Randall Grichuk is coming up. But they're going to give Torres one more batter. See if he can get out of it. Nothing on the D20. Grichuk, 3-3 against a lefty. A 3-3 against a lefty is a ground ball shortstop plus injury. So we got another injury check. So the ground ball to shortstop, that is a shortstop A. That's a 6-4-3 double play. So the inning is over, but we need to address the injury to Grichuk. So we go back to the injury chart for Grichuk, and we'll check and see how that turns out with his D20 roll. It's a 13, so he's going to miss 3 more games. So Grichuk's going to miss 3 more games. So the MASH unit of the Cardinals, he's going to miss games 2 through 4. And we need a new right fielder right now for the Cardinals. And we already used Piscotty as a pinch hitter. So let's see who they've got on their bench that can come in and play right field. He's not very good, but they're going to go to Jose Martinez because he at least is rated as a right fielder. So Grichuk will be replaced by Martinez. And in fact, we'll have a double switch because we're going to have O come in and bat in the 5th position. And Martinez will come in and bat 9th and play right field. He is a 4-E5 with an arm of +1. So not very good, obviously. So Martinez is in, and so is O. Rosenthal is out. He pitched his 1 inning of relief. And now they're turning it over to the closer. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his first name. It's just O. So O is in, and he'll be facing Spangenberg, Asuaje, and Hedges. So O. So Rosenthal went 1. Martinez went 7. All right. So Spangenberg against O to start the bottom of the 9th. 3-7 for O against for Spangenberg against a righty. 3-7's a walk. So a leadoff walk. And that will bring up Asuaje. Asuaje. Roll the D20. Nothing happening. 3-5 against a right-hander is a strikeout. So Asuaje down on strikes. Brings up Austin Hedges, the catcher. Jabari Blash on deck. Nothing on the D20. 6-3 for Hedges against a right-hander for O. 6-3 is a ground ball third base B. That's a 5-4 fielder's choice. Now there's 2 away, and Jabari Blash, the last hope for the Padres. On deck is a pinch hitter. Not sure who that is yet. We'll have to check their bench, but the pitcher spot is coming up. But Blash has to reach first. 5-7, and he does not. It's a strikeout, and O gets the save. So the Cardinals win it by the final score of 4-1. I'll worry about the totals later. The winner was Martinez. The loser was Richard. And the save for O. But I'm on time constraints, so I'm going to worry about the totals later. Hope you guys enjoyed that presentation. Hopefully the newer setup showing both cards vertical and the score sheet is better than what I used to do. I don't know. Like I said, it's still a work in progress. But hopefully you guys are having a great day, playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it. And as usual, I will see you all down the road.